Ford is losing nearly $60,000 on every electric vehicle sold. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It goes a long way. Ford recently disclosed its earnings report, revealing significant losses in its newly established electric vehicle venture known as Ford Model e. The report indicated that the division suffered a significant loss of $722 million. The division recently sold only 10,866 electric vehicles, leading to a per-unit loss of $58,333. Ford's Model e business unit is labeled as a startup by the company, and it is rapidly developing innovative electric vehicles along with breakthrough digital capabilities for deployment across the company's entire product line. However, the recent earnings report has raised questions about the company's willingness to continue the shift to electric when it is making big profits on its fossil fuel cars. Ford's overall quarterly revenue reached $41.5 billion, which is a 20% increase compared to the same quarter last year. Despite the significant losses in the EV segment, the company's net income was $2.6 billion, thanks to the strong performance of its fossil fuel car business. Ford's biggest electric offerings are the Ford Mustang Mach-E, the F-150 Lightning, and the E-Transit van. However, Ford Model e saw a decrease in production during the quarter due to interruptions for two of its most popular electric vehicles. The Mustang Mach-E underwent industrial changes to nearly double manufacturing capacity, while the F-150 Lightning pickup was put on hold to isolate and address a battery issue before it could become a problem for customers. Despite the production disruptions, Ford is aiming to produce 600,000 EVs by the end of 2023 and more than 2 million by the end of 2026. While the losses in the EV segment are significant, it is essential to note that Ford is still profitable overall. The company's ICE and commercial operations, which are handled by the Ford Blue and Ford Pro divisions respectively, are performing well and generating substantial revenue. In a separate release, Ford announced that it would be reopening orders for its all-electric Mustang Mach-E, with prices lowered by up to $4,000 for some models. This move aims to boost sales and compete with other electric vehicle makers such as Tesla and BYD, who have been successful in the EV market. In summary, while Ford's Model e division experienced massive losses during the first quarter of 2023, the company is still profitable overall, thanks to its ICE and commercial operations. Despite the setbacks, Ford is committed to producing more EVs in the coming years and is taking steps to improve its offerings and compete with other players in the EV market. Jim Farley, CEO of Ford, expressed concern over the price cuts in the electric vehicle market after the automaker dropped the prices for its Mustang Mach-E in response to a series of reductions by rival Tesla. The company announced a price cut of up to 8% for the Mustang Mach-E, which is the second cut announced this year. Farley compared the current price war in the EV market to Henry Ford's series of price cuts for the Model T in 1913, but cautioned that Ford's founder's strategy ultimately had negative consequences for the company. At a Wall Street Journal forum, Farley stated that you do not want to commoditize the product, emphasizing that the resale value for people who bought the vehicle at higher prices is awful and that they never forget. However, he added that Ford would follow Tesla's price cuts for models like the Mustang Mach-E that directly compete with Tesla's Model Y, stating that there's a limit to how far we'll go. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, praised Ford's EV strategy and tweeted that, "Always tough with margins for new vehicle lines, especially when there are major technology shifts. I think Ford's overall strategy with EVs is smart." Farley also revealed that Ford does not plan to discontinue the Apple CarPlay software that allows customers to mirror their smartphone screens on a vehicle's dashboard. He noted that 70% of Ford customers in the US are Apple customers, and it is not a battle the company wants to lose. Ford has announced plans to build a new $3.5 billion battery plant in Michigan, which should provide a boost to the local economy. However, there are concerns about the automaker's partnership with Chinese EV manufacturer CATL. U.S. Representative Jason Smith has raised questions about whether the partnership violates the Inflation Reduction Act, which aims to keep countries like China out of the U.S. electric vehicle industry. Ford has clarified that its partnership with CATL is only to license battery cell technology, and any tax dollars will go to wholly owned Ford subsidiaries. Nonetheless, the optics of a domestic automaker using Chinese technology are not ideal, especially given that Senator Marco Rubio has introduced a bill that would block tax credits for EV batteries produced using Chinese technology. This partnership is likely to be just the first of many hurdles for U.S. automakers as they navigate the development of new EV battery plants.
These batteries are the most affordable battery chemistry there is. So the whole point of this project is to lower the cost of EVs so that normal people can buy them.
Despite the decreasing costs of electric vehicle production, in the long run, traditional car makers are at risk of losing money as the reduction is not rapid enough to maintain stable profit margins. Ford is currently developing a prototype of a 3-row crossover electric vehicle with the intention of competing in the electric car market, dominated by Rivian and Tesla. This upcoming electric crossover from Ford is designed to leverage their strengths in producing large SUVs, rather than merely imitating existing EVs. While the Ford Mustang Mach-E directly challenged the luxury, 2-row crossovers that Tesla specializes in, this new 7-seat electric crossover will focus on catering to Ford's expertise and reputation in the realm of spacious SUVs. After facing significant defeat in the EV market against Tesla, Ford is attempting a fresh approach. They are introducing a full-size SUV that combines EV efficiency, targeting customers who have traditionally purchased Ford Expeditions, Lincoln Navigators, and Chevy Suburbans. This electric crossover will proactively address the impending saturation of the 5-seater market by introducing EV technology to 3-row vehicles. Despite making significant investments in their Model E electric car division, Ford has struggled to achieve substantial success with EVs. With the exception of the F-150 Lightning, which leveraged Ford's strong reputation in the pickup truck market. One notable example of Ford's EV setbacks is the Mustang Mach-E, intended to directly compete with luxury electric four-door vehicles like the Tesla Model Y. The Mach-E faced challenges in gaining traction among buyers. As Ford aims to develop a 7-seat, 3-row, full-size crossover EV, they face the challenge of identifying customers within this unique niche of the electric vehicle market. Ford believes they can address this challenge by capitalizing on the loyalty of their existing SUV customer base. This confidence stems from the success of the F-150 Lightning, which gained popularity among individuals who had not previously owned a pickup truck. Executives at the Detroit-based automaker perceive this as a positive indication of the potential popularity of new categories of electric vehicles.